From early beginnings to airing dirty laundry, let's check out the Kendrick and Drake beef to see who the other major rappers are siding with. Drake or Kendrick? It's the most talked about subject on the internet right now, but recently they have taken it to a whole new level with personal attacks. The beef isn't new, and many fans know that they have never really held the same values, and this was part of what caused the rift between the two. Over the years, it has become clear that one sees their friendship as a business transaction, whereas the other views it as a more genuine connection. Kendrick even mentioned Drake back in 2009 in his track, Determined, saying, "Me and my girl split the bucket of KFC. She listening to Drake and all I can say is, damn, that much better than me." Kendrick wasn't interested in getting into mainstream hip-hop, but he continued to produce music that caught the attention of Drake. In 2011, Kendrick had his debut performance in Toronto, where Drake extended an invitation to meet up. Kendrick later shared with XXL magazine his admiration for Drake's character, describing him as genuine. He even presented Drake with a copy of his upcoming album, which Drake liked so much that he invited him to collaborate on his own forthcoming album, Take Care. It was clear from the lyrics in his feature that Kendrick was massively grateful for the opportunity and support from Drake, although he was battling with deciding if being famous was something he wanted to be. Later, Kendrick spoke out about his mental struggles, with the main cause being his experience of adjusting to becoming famous. But he continued to gain support and career growth through Drake by being featured on more tracks and also touring with him and A$AP Rocky. Shortly after this, Good Kid, Mad City dropped, and Kendrick was on his way to meeting Drake at the top. Of course, with a feature from Drake on Poetic Justice. But in 2012, everything changed. It started with DMX ranting about Drake and how he liked nothing about him.
Lyrically?
Absolutely. I feel him. I'm not gonna say lyrically, but I feel him.
You just said lyrically though.
He's not a great lyricist. I feel him. No. He's not a great lyricist.
We're talking about lyrics.
I feel him.
Oh, all right.
I feel him.
Right.
Like if I had to compare them, I'd say like Rick Ross is dope lyrically.
All right. Well, I guess.
This later came up in one of Kenny's digs, quoting DMX. When Kendrick was asked about the DMX rant, he said he laughed about it with his whole tour bus. By 2013, Kendrick Lamar had firmly established his own identity in the music scene, stepping out of Drake's shadow. With his remarkable success, including being named the hottest MC of the year, he became the talk of the industry. Despite the industry's excitement for him, there was a noticeable absence of public support from Drake, unlike their previous interactions. While it is no secret that Drake can be sensitive, this could be read as Drake feeling the pressure and things really starting to get competitive between the artists. And this is where many fans believe the issues began. So what has been said so far? Well, the two have been going bar for bar in the biggest battle we have seen in years. We all know it started when Kendrick was featured on the track Like That with Future and Metro Boomin, a direct response to J. Cole's feature on Drake's track First Person Shooter back in 2023. J. Cole's bar, "We the Big Three, like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali." But Lamar's response in the following March set the industry in a frenzy. His rebuttal, "The Big Three. It's just Big Me." This was where critics and other rappers started analyzing and picking sides. Even Ice Cube has been speaking out about the beef. He said that having beef in the hip-hop scene is a risky move these days, since it once was concealed in the hip-hop culture, but is now worldwide. He's afraid someone is going to end up dead, and with the number of dead rappers lately, he might be onto something. Cube even going as far as to share Drake's diss track to his Instagram story, where some fans see it as a warning to Drake, captioning it, "Okay, in my professional expert opinion, I have seen this movie before, and it does not end well." Maybe they should consider Cube's warning since one of Drake's security guards got shot. But hold on, J. Cole was in the midst of all this too. What happened with him? Cole produced and uploaded a track, 7-minute drill, then removed it. When he spoke out about it at the Dreamville Festival, he told the crowd that he regretted releasing it and that it didn't truly align with him and his values, while publicly apologizing to Kendrick.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to jab my back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is, in the midst of me doing that,
this could have been to protect himself from Kendrick's lyrical attacks, which Drake took full brunt of in Euphoria and Not Like Us. Some say Cole was smart, others say he's a Drake fired back amongst the Tupac and Snoop Dogg AI saga and released Push-Ups, followed by Family Matters. A lot of fans are happy about the beef, because some are grateful that the old Drake is back, where he isn't just trying to make pop music, but instead is actually rapping. Others are grateful because Drake is pushing Kenny to post more music. In most cases, he's posted more in the last 20 days than he has done in years. But do you want to know something even more insane? Barack Obama had actually already predicted this 8 years ago, that Kendrick would win in a battle between the two greats.
If Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle, who do you think would win?
Got to go with Kendrick. I'm just saying. I think Drake is an outstanding entertainer, but Kendrick, his lyrics, his last album was outstanding.
Excellent, all right.
Best album, I think, last year.
Obama said that K. Dot would take the W because he's an actual lyricist, whereas Drake is just an entertainer. Gilly the Kid took to Instagram following Lamar's Euphoria, stating that Drake is in the lead 2-0 and telling Lamar he needs to up his game. On the All the Smoke podcast, hosts Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes admired Euphoria, but acknowledged Drake's versatility, facing off against multiple artists. Meanwhile, Cameron and Maze from It Is What It Is weren't swayed by Euphoria, both stating that Drake was currently winning the battle. Mace criticized Kendrick's delayed response, while Cam found the track overly lengthy. A lot of fans have been looking forward to Rick Ross's reactions and calling them side quests or comedic relief amidst the battle. His reactions are pointed at Drake, calling him a white boy, and even saying, "You looking bad, man," and "You may as well go on Maury Povich to tell your story." RDC World and Mark Phillips posted a skit of how they thought Drake's reaction was when he listened to Kendrick's track, and their thoughts were hilarious, massively trolling Drake and his ghostwriters. The Breakfast Club's Charlemagne believes Kendrick is up because of strategy, but says, "I don't think either one of these brothers has missed a beat." He then says that he is 46 years old and that this has been the best rap battle he has ever witnessed. He explained that the back-to-back releases have kept the pressure on and that K. Dot has strategized well because after Drake dropped Family Matters, Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams only 30 minutes later, and then the next day he released a diss bop, leaving the audience in shock. After Heart Part 6, Charlemagne went on to say, if Drake replies to 616 sounding defensive, explaining himself, then that's going to be a L. But DJ Envy rebutted, saying he switched sides after the release of Heart Part 6 because he thinks that was how he fed Kendrick misinformation, and Kendrick rapped about it. Heart Part 6 discredited Lamar's tracks, and during a battle, it's just not as juicy if you're lying. It's hard to find a definite winner, and it doesn't look like it'll be over soon. All we know for sure is that it's entertaining. Who do you think is winning?